Uh, Spring application security come with default login page. I'll be making a customized login page in Spring application. So moving forward, basically I'll be making a customized login page. So uh, first of all, we need to make the project. So you can go to the file and then create, let's say, the Spring starter project. So uh, very simple thing. You can name it. Let's say we can uh, Spring custom login, right? And then type Maven. Then using Java, you can use Java 8 or later version, and language obviously Java. It's our package thing. You can choose a group and artifact. I will use Spring Custom, the same one. So version will default. So it will be, and then description. I would say YouTube, and then let's say package. Uh, Spring login, and then next. Uh, Here you need three things. One is obviously Spring Web. So it will build RESTful web applications, uh, web content, NBC, model view control, and then REST service with Spring. And next thing, obviously, we need to configure the Spring security. So we need this one, and then the last thing we need is theme lib. It will basically does render the HTML file or the any form of the form that display in the browser, not static. So it's modern server set Java template. I would say this you can see here, and then later when you need so you can add more dependencies. Uh, MySQL database, a lot REST repository later. If you need it, we can add it up. So it takes a while, so you will gather all the necessary file and then install it, and it's ready to work. So okay, so we create a Spring custom login. I have a lot of project here. So we okay this one, all right? So okay, we will need this one. So we have this one. So we can edit form.xml. This is one dependency. Any dependency we can edit here. So we added three dependencies. So any dependencies it goes here. So form.xml, and this, and then custom it's a by default. This is the by default. So when we run the program, it will run. This is the starting point, so it will run. Without this one, we will get error. So just make sure it's working on the run as Spring Boot. Obviously, it has server Apache server, and the here you go. So one thing is this one port is already in use. That means we have to create the port. So we can go to the file. If you change the port, you can type here. So server dot port, and we can create 80 86. Okay, right. Server. What's going on? SERDER dot. Okay, and then let's run it again. Okay, so by default, it will generate the on a console. This is the password, right? So this is the password by default. So we can change it later on. So a local and we create 80 86, right? There you go. This is the by default the Spring application has by default login page. So when you look at the here slash login, so two things is going on here. So slash login means one is get login and then post login. So get login is when we will display the login page, and then post login is when you use a username and password and then sign in. So that post login. So just make sure that you understand two things going on here. So you can later on you can use the API, the Postman you can use, and then the insert data, login, something like that. But just to understand these two things going on: the get login and then post login. So our goal is to create a customized login page. So just leave this one. And customer with first we have to configure the Spring security. So we can create the uh, class. So let's say uh, sec config. Class name always start with the capital capital. So just make sure that you will do so, and we can extend web security adapter, right? Okay, so web security adapter, this one. So we can obviously enable this one. uh, this is the annotation. Okay, and we can override the default configuration. So what we do is override the uh, this one configuration security, right? Override this one, and then we run this one. We are trying to do the customize so that we can be, and then we can customize here. So dot uh, authorize request, and then we need obviously request authorize, and then dot authenticate everything, then and login form login, right? And then login page, so we can map the login page. Let's say login, right? And then format. So obviously we can have a million users, so we don't want to limit the permission. Uh, so we configure the security, and then just make sure we can relaunch it and make sure that the default login page is, see, so now it doesn't work, so we're trying to change and then map or reconfigure it so that we can customize the page. So uh, next thing we have to create the controller, login controller, right? So uh, let's say uh, login controller class, and then here we can write method. Let's say comment method. Method would be, we say public string, and what is it? Login, right? So login, and then a return. Of course, we want to return its login. So login. Just make sure login, right? And then uh, we can map this one. So we can put the annotation mapping so that it will map the login page to the HTML. So login page, say login, right? So and the login page, and then obviously this one controller. So okay, the controller is I will listen the login and then route to the login page or map to the HTML page. So we haven't created HTML page. So once we create the HTML page, so that login page eventually route to the HTML page. So basically, it gets uh, login string and then return to the login, and then this login get mapped to the login page, and then the controller takes to the HTML. So we have to create a HTML file. So HTML file, when you create it, go to the main sources static templates. You always make sure you are creating uh, the right directory. So get new order and then HTML file and then HTML. Just make sure that the name is always matching. So HTML file. So what it means is this the login page controller. This login page eventually map to the right here the login.html, so that this will display as a customized login page. So you can type it here, a design the customized login page. Just make sure please login and then body, let's say that's one. So login screen. Okay. So we can stop this one and then take a look. Okay. And then obviously we can now refresh this one again. There you go. So it's worked. So login screen you can see. So we successfully map to the login page to here. So we haven't created the form, so we will do that one. Okay, so you can pretty much design design the login page using HTML CSS, but I just get the template. I just use the template I get from the theme template, and then I just use this one. So you can use you can customize the login page using HTML or CSS combined, make it nice. But to me, I just get the template. So you can the same one you can customize and change the color and change the anything you can change it. So it's not complicated, but the mapping and then those are the things pretty complicated. So these are easy ones. So run again, final run. There you go, and then you can phrase it. See, it doesn't look good, but just use the template. So it is successful, and then obviously username is by default it's the user, or you can create it too. So this is customized, and then password for now we can use default password, or we can make it default password, or we can use it either. So this is not good way to use it. This password is every time you have to copy it, but you can make it default. Let's see here, just type security, say uh, spring security security and dot user dot name, right? User, and then uh, same thing, and the same thing for password. So you can do it here as long as you want it, but it's not necessary. So I'll leave it blank. Uh, this is not the way we can do it. So the concept is we can use the database, actual database, and then connect it and then create a username and password so that we can authenticate and validate those things. So I think that's all. I will be making more videos next. Please comment and subscribe. Thank you.